Good day. So in this week's Torah portion, Noach, I want to look at one specific word that when I read it really is puzzling. So we know that from last week's Torah portion, God is fed up with humanity because we're always thinking about evil and doing evil, but then he meets Noach and he likes Noach. And that's the sort of setting the stage for the Torah portion of Noach, where God says, guess what? You're the lucky one. I'm going to save you. I'm going to create humanity again from you. You're going to bring all the animals. And we know what happens. He brings the flood and he's in the ark. But there's one word that is very odd, and it appears for the first time in the Bible. Not that, that's too far from the so-called beginning. And that is, it says, Vayizkor Elohim et Noach. In the middle of the flood, we are told that God remembers Noach. And I don't know about you, but when I read that, I thought to myself, now here's a question. Why does it say God remembered? Isn't it clear that God remembered? I mean, it's God. It's not that he forgot. If God brought about the flood and he said to Noach, I'm going to save you, why does it say Vayizkor and God remembered? Because that's what remembering means. Unless we don't understand what the word remember means. Maybe we think remember means, as the dictionary tells us, to have a recollection of a past event, but maybe memory in the sort of biblical sense is innovative and means something else. And before we get to that, I just want to share a little anecdote. I heard Douglas Murray the other day, this great neoconservative, British, great guy, and he's in a shul talking, and he says that once he asked Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks, what does it mean to be Jewish? And Sacks quotes Isaiah Berlin, the late Isaiah Berlin, saying it means to have a sense of history. And Murray asks Sacks, yes, but what do you think? To which Sacks responds, it's to have a sense of memory. And he gets into what that means. But reading this and being perplexed by, could it really be that the Bible needs to tell us that God is remembering? I'd like to propose what I think the Bible is trying to tell us here, and that is that Vayizkor doesn't mean memory, but it means to have a commitment to the past. That is the act, meaning when it says Vayizkor, it is beyond God remembered, because that's obvious that God remembered. God knew. God doesn't need to remember. Rather, it means Vayizkor, God had a commitment to the past. And it is through this commitment to the past that God then proceeds to bring earth back and let Noach out. And this commitment to the past, this new definition of memory, is strengthened when the word Vayizkor appears again, where right afterwards God says to Moses, you're going to have the rainbow, and this is it's going to remind me of the covenant. So it means not it's going to remind me, but it's going to be a sign of my commitment to the past, this covenant. This is what it's going to be. So thoughts on the Torah portion of Noach, and perhaps what God's trying to teach us in terms of humanity or Jews, what it means to be a human or a Jew. It's not only to have a sense of memory, it is to be committed to our past. Shabbat Shalom.